Because I was wondering, what is this reign going to be like? What does Scripture talk about? This 1,000-year literal reign of Jesus on the earth. After a worship ceremony, a party, the King of Kings mounts a horse, he charges the Mount of Olives, he breaks it in half, he chucks the Antichrist and the false prophet into the lake. He says, hey, bind up, hey, you no-name angel, go bind up Satan. And now he's going to administer and govern directly 1,000 years of bliss. 1,000 years of bliss on earth. That's the millennial reign. It sounds like this. Israel will be the superpower of the world. It will be the leading nation in all the earth. And the center of Israel will be the mountain of the Lord's house, the Temple Mount, which will be the capital of the government of the Messiah. All nations will follow the capital government of Jesus. That's Isaiah 2, 1 through 3, and Ezekiel 17, 20 through 24. I'm going to put all this stuff on the blog tomorrow. You don't have to worry about writing it all down. During the millennial reign, the citizens of earth will acknowledge and submit to the lordship of Jesus. It will be a time of perfectly administrated, enforced righteousness on the earth. Isaiah 2, 1 through 5. During the millennium, there will be no war. There will still be conflicts between nations and individuals, but they will be justly and decisively resolved by the Messiah and those who reign with him. That's Isaiah 2, 1 through 5. It isn't the reign of the Messiah itself that will change the hearts of man. Citizens of earth will still need to trust in Jesus and his work on their behalf for their personal salvation, but war and armed conflict will not be tolerated. The way animals relate to each other and to humans will be transformed. A little child will be safe and able to lead a wolf or a leopard or a young lion or a bear. Think of Ethan and Asher, who you just saw. Think of Ethan taking a nap next to a lion, next to a cougar. It says, even the danger of predators like cobras and vipers will be gone. In Genesis 9, 2 through 3, the Lord gave Noah and all mankind after him the permission to eat meat. At the same time, the Lord put the dread of man in animals so they would not be effortless prey for humans. Now, in the reign of the Messiah, that is reserved. For this reason, many think that the reign of the Messiah, the millennium, humans will return to being vegetarians, as it seems they were before Genesis 9, 2 through 3. And the citation for all that is Isaiah 11, 6 through 9. King David will have a prominent place in the millennial earth, ruling over Israel. People are like, I don't believe that. Isaiah 55, 3 through 5, Jeremiah 30, 4 through 11, Ezekiel 34, 23 through 31, Ezekiel 37, 21 through 28, and Hosea 3, 5. Okay? Any questions? Talk to God about it. All right? There will be many blessings and security for the national Israel in millennial earth. That's Amos 9, 11 through 15. The millennium, a time of purity and devotion to God. Zechariah 13, 1 through 9. During the millennium, there will be a rebuilt temple and restored temple service, and I believe it's literal, Guzik does as well, on the millennial earth as a memorial of God's work in the past. Ezekiel 40 through 48, just read all the 8 chapters. Ezekiel 37, 26 through 28, Amos 9, 11, and Ezekiel 20, 39 through 44. And during the millennium, saints in their resurrected state will be given responsibility for earth according to their faithful service. Luke 19, 11 through 27, Revelation 24 through 6, Revelation 2, 26 through 28, 3, 12, 22, 1 Corinthians 6, 2 through 3. Sounds amazing, doesn't it? It's perfect. I'm dizzy from looking down that long. Okay, right?
You said it pretty quickly.
I think I forgot to breathe. But that's an epic administration of a kingdom, isn't it? I mean, that's perfection, and that's what it is. Guzik touched on it. The hearts of men are not necessarily changed by this, but their actions will be under the sovereign guard of God. I'm going somewhere with that, okay? So remember that in this time it will be a perfect kingdom, but that does not mean that hearts are regenerated, because we serve a God, contrary to some theologians, that does not enforce and push faith on those who don't have it. It's something to be received. It's not something that's forced. And so it is 1,000 years of Jesus ruling perfectly as the governor. Perfectly. That's what it says. That's what it sounds like. That's what it will be like when they live and reign with Christ for 1,000 years.